Hey everyone, Ross McCorkle here with another episode of the Depot 180. The Pittsburgh Steelers made a number of moves in the days following the Super Bowl. For one, running back coach Eddie Faulkner was reportedly extended. He took over as the interim offensive coordinator and is well respected by the team. It now looks like both Mike Sullivan, the interim play caller, and Faulkner will retain roles within the team. As far as players go, the Steelers released tackle Chukwuma Okorafor. He was the starter for multiple seasons and was one of the few offensive players on a second contract with the team. He was drafted in the third round of the 2018 draft and lost his job this season to rookie Broderick Jones after he said some things that rubbed the coaching staff the wrong way in the Steelers' Week 8 loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars. It is unknown what was said, but it was bad enough to effectively end his time in Pittsburgh. Backup quarterback Mitch Trubisky was also released. He was signed 2 off seasons ago prior to the Steelers drafting Kenny Pickett. It appeared at the time that he would be the starter moving forward, but Pickett getting drafted quickly muddied the waters. By halfway through week 4 that season, Pickett took over the starting duties. Trubisky got another opportunity to start 2 games in the 2023 season while Pickett was injured, but was a part of the Steelers' 3-game losing streak, and they turned to Mason Rudolph instead. Former 7th-round draft pick punter Pressley Harvin III was also let go. He was given competition in training camp last summer by Braden Mann, and the Steelers initially carried both punters on their 53-man roster before cutting Mann. Mann went on to be the 4th-best punter in the league in net punting average with the Philadelphia Eagles, while Harvin was bottom 3. Somehow, Harvin ranks quite high in Steelers franchise punting history, highlighting just how bad punting has been for some time. Jordan Berry was solid enough for a time, but otherwise it has been rough. With the defense as good as Pittsburgh's has been the last few seasons, a good to great punter would have been a huge thing towards winning the field position battle throughout the course of games. That is what the Steelers hoped they were getting when they spent a draft pick on Harvin, but his wild inconsistency that always seemed to come in weighty moments of games ultimately led him out of town. It will be interesting to see which punters they bring in this offseason to compete for the job. I wouldn't put it past them to draft one, and most notable in this year's draft is Torrey Taylor out of Iowa. I watched him a bit at the Senior Bowl, and he looked pretty good from what I saw. For salary cap updates related to these moves, check out Dave Bryan's article on the site to see where the Steelers stand just a few weeks ahead of free agency. Let me know how you enjoyed the video on Twitter at Ross_McCorkle, and as always, visit SteelersDepot.com for your latest and greatest Steelers breaking news and analysis.